how I felt.
Billy, with first of all, is there any kind of update on Zach? How serious it is, or is it the same kind of?
It's the foot again, acting up.
You're gonna have to shut him down, you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I talked to him. I think he's. I think he probably was feeling it a little bit last game, and even when he came back after the game, he missed. I think he's feeling a little bit, but he always tries to play. He wants to play, but they'll have to obviously manage that. I don't know what kind of time would be missed. Tomorrow, I think it was going in for that layup. He stepped on, I think it was maybe Holiday's foot and kind of tweaked his ankle there. I don't know how severe it is or if there was much swelling. They always say I'm doing okay, but I really don't know either one of those guys in terms of going into Milwaukee.
You mentioned the three-pointers. There were a couple of them, especially when you watch the replay, and obviously you're going to watch the film and see that a couple were just a lack of effort.
Mm-hmm.
You can do all the closeout drills or do all the communication drills or rope drills that you want. If guys aren't going to put the effort to go close out a three, as a coach, shouldn't your message be the one thing I can control for you is your playing time? Does that start to become a thing where if guys, I don't care what the name of the back of the jersey is, if you're not going to make an effort, asses are on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, certainly going small, at the end of the half and trying to get more speed and quickness on the floor, trying to do that. But yeah, I mean, that's something I think when you start talking about effort, that's as a professional player, that there should be effort out there, and we'll deal with those clips. I don't know all the ones you're talking about. There was definitely some of them I saw, and those were addressed, in timeouts, about the effort we was giving on a couple of them. But I'm not so sure the exact ones. There was one I know.
There was one with, I think with like 3-something left in the second, right before the half. It was with Vooch and Zach.
Yeah.
It was just like neither of them really cared that Al Horford was going to bust a three on them.
Yeah, and that certainly, tried to address that as best we could,
Do you have to become more drastic in how you address it instead of just talking that there's going to be ramifications at this point?
Yeah, I'm not a big threatening guy. When you go in there and you start threatening people, I generally don't do that. I try to confront, whatever it is there, and if there's something there that's an issue, you try to address it. I want to see the clip. I think I know the one you're talking about. It was probably the one that was furthest from our bench.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And I subbed that next.
It was a pick. It wasn't it wasn't a hard pick.
No, and I subbed that next time out. We closed the half small, and I'm not blaming Vooch and/or Zach for it. I want to see it more on film, but those things we put out there in terms of the effort that we have to put into closing out and doing that, and it's a hard job. I'm not diminishing how hard it is, but we're going to have to put in great effort to dig ourselves out of that. And every possession, both offensively and defensively, you want the effort to be at a very, very high level. There's no question. But I also know that, Vooch and Zach and DeMar, all these guys are important to the success of the team. We need them to play at a level effort-wise and skill-wise and all the things that they do, like they're capable of. And, for me, just putting that out there and talking to them about it, confronting it is what I try to do, And then if we've got to make changes in the game, whether it's the rotations or whatever it is, I try to do that as much as I can. But, for me to go in there and, start threatening if you don't do this, this, I'd rather give guys and look at the guy's going to go in the game and give me the best that he's got. And if it's not, we have to make changes or adjustments, you try to do that. The communication piece is not great at times. It's hard sometimes when you're supposed to be given an effort and all of a sudden there's not a communication on a switch and it looks like you're just standing back there. And I don't know. I know the play that Joe's talking about. I don't know exactly how it unfolded and transpired, but I have an idea. But that's all you do is just try to keep putting it out there. And these guys are professional players and got to go in there and do the job, and we got to try to get the most out of them to give the effort that's necessary. I can't sit there and say that every three-pointer they made was because of a lack of effort. Certainly there was clips I think we could have been better there. There's no doubt about that.
Billy, was the decision to start Patrick, even though Alex was available, multiple levels in the sense that can control Alex's minutes a little bit more, and also Patrick's played well the last couple of games? Or what was the thinking behind it?
I think the first thing was looking at the second unit. Since we've pulled Alex from the second unit, that unit quite honestly struggled some.
Yeah.
I didn't love the fact that, I love starting him, so it's not even about that. Whether or not we go back to that, we'll see. But I didn't like sitting him 12 straight minutes, and that's what you were doing. You were playing him 6, and you were playing him the next 6th. That's a long time for a player like that can impact the game, as someone who's to sit him for 12 straight minutes. And then the second unit was struggling. So some of it was to get him back into the second unit, and I also thought DeMar needed some help, and put Kobe back in there and got him off a little bit early to try. So we had Alex, Kobe, and DeMar on the perimeter with either Patrick or Torrey at the power forward spot along with Andre, just so there was maybe some more ball handling. I think DeMar, at least the last game, was out there kind of as the primary guy, and just wanted to try to get him a little bit more help. But I do like the fact that I do like Alex starting, but I don't know if the best thing for our team is to have him play the first 6 minutes. Because if you're talking about playing him 25 minutes, maybe there's a little bit more minutes to play with in the second half. You're playing him 6 minutes to start the game, and then you're basically, like I said, going all that 12 minutes. And I'd rather maybe do it the other way, where it's 6 minutes. He rests for 4, 5, 6 minutes, and he plays the last 6, and then you have maybe a little bit more minutes there. So it's just something to try to play, and also to shore up the second unit.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.